What is up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with the chapters Chaos and the Flight. Just about halfway through this volume so far and it's been absolutely immense. The last couple chapters we had a lot of the demons battling each other, the little Ganishkas and the Griffith's army. Lots of beautiful artwork as usual. The giants getting involved. Nice shots of Zod right here. But we had this really awesome segment for Sonya, which was probably my standout moment, away from the artwork, from last week's reaction. Really like this sternness right here from Sonya, sticking up for Griffith. Again, I don't like the fact she's sticking up for Griffith, but the fact she's sticking up, yeah, I like her character. Surprised how much hate she got from the comments. But the hunter ended up kind of saving her from certain death, which was pretty cool, seeing his transformation here. But yeah, gonna be well, the name of the chapter gives it away. Gonna be a lot of chaos coming in today's episode, I do imagine. Do let me know what you guys think about these down in the comment section though. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And let's get into the reaction. You know what, I have actually now, I didn't before watch any other people's videos reacting to or reading Berserk, but I now do realise that I do actually go quite a lot slower than the usual person, don't I? I don't really edit my videos, I'm a bit lazy in that way, and I'm not good at editing stuff like that. I also kind of like keeping it kind of raw, but yeah, I now realise that my videos takes me like at least twice as long to read a chapter, which I see as a good thing personally. It means I get well, it means I go on a lot of tangents, but also means I actually get a good look at a lot of the panels and such. I did see that people were actually kind of just glossing over quickly, which I think is a shame to do with artwork this good. That's an interesting texture from within this Ganishka, isn't it? There's an interesting texture. But yeah, the humans are actually working together and doing a pretty good job against these Ganishkas right now. Better than we've ever seen Randy army humans do. So that's really impressive. I did mention last week that I'm not on the side of anyone in this battle, I'm just on the side of the humans winning, which unfortunately is the side of Griffith, but as long as the humans survive, I'm okay with it. But the counterpoint that their survival is just for Griffith, so maybe I shouldn't be too kind of hung up on room for anyone at all. It's a bit of a shame to say that though. I'm looking forward to seeing Hunter in action. Well, medium. My name's Sonya. Get off. This is dangerous. Nope. Do you know what? She looks like Charlotte's bloody maid in this shot right here. But it kind of reminds me a bit of, weirdly, it reminds me a little bit of I always forget the names. From the Lost Children chapters. I had it for a second there. There's Jill and Rosine, that's the one, Rosine. Reminds me a little bit of Rosine, the way we've kind of humanized Hunter, I'd say. Like, Hunter, I mean, I know he's still a demon, and he's no one, I think no demon's actually been quite as humanized as Rosine in terms of making me kind of care for a demon and feel like they're not an evil demon, even though she was a demon. They're all demons, obviously, but it's kind of a similar vein. I don't really like associate Hunter with, I mean, he's on the evil side with Griffith and such, but I don't really associate him with like pure evil, pure demonosity. Like, seems pretty human right now, if you know what I'm saying, for a demon. For the look and for how he looks, he's just acting mighty kind of gentle with Sonya. Like, you'd usually think, like, demon, yeah, they just chuck the girl off, just say, fuck you, human. But it's interesting. It's got me kind of viewing a demon similarly to that again. Nowhere near as close as it was with Rosine, because that's still my favourite segment of this of Berserk, to be honest with you guys, that stretch. But yeah, it invokes a similar kind of lens to view it from. In that case, keep your head down and hold on tight. You'd also think with like demons, they'd be horribly kind of dirty and gritty and not washed, and the fur here would be awfully itchy and disgusting. You wouldn't ever think of a demon like this to be like nice and soft and fluffy. But she looks like she's having a decent time there. Sonia! I do always wonder what is in store for your mule. It's always been in the back of my mind that he's going to be demonified or something. Something's going to happen to him, but maybe not. It does almost remind me a little bit like are Mule and Sonia the replacements for like Guts and Casca? Do you think within the Band of the Hawk, or would they be like the counterparts? During the eclipse, it was obviously Guts, Casca, and Co. But this is the equivalent is Mule is Guts, which sounds ridiculous to say. But they're kind of at odds a little bit. Sonia and Mule, I wouldn't say they don't get along, but they're constantly kind of bickering a little bit, and Mule's always pissed off at her and such. And reminds me a little bit of the relationship Casca and Guts had before they kind of got together. Maybe I'm clutching at straws there, but I could kind of see that. Again, I could also very much, if he chose to, not see that whatsoever, because Mule, Guts, Sonia, Casca, that is a bit disrespectful to those characters. Although Casca at the minute, it would almost be quite respectful considering Casca's current self, I guess. It's a bit of a shame. So I think I now realise, even though we've had hope, I think, of her maybe retrieving her memory, I'm pretty sure at this point, considering there's only like 70 chapters left, pretty sure we're not ever going to see Casca back to how she was, which is a shame. Even if she does go back to how she was, how would you kind of interpret all that time between being normal and that? That would be very strange. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking, would you interpret it as like being in a coma? Of course, I think I've heard about some coma awakeners, I guess I'll call them, hearing things people have said while they've been in a coma, and so it's not exactly the same. But do you reckon she'd just like forget like that those years or months would be like just blank, or do you reckon that she'd remember being kind of dumb as she is right now? It must be weird if you do remember, because must be what the hell was wrong with me. But interesting to think about. Yeah, it looks like I think was my theory of his like bow and arrow turning into the beast. Like, is that actually what's going on here? Because he is he's using it as a bow and arrow as well, pretty naturally as well, with his hair. It's made out of hair is pretty strong, so it makes a lot of sense. Does make a lot of sense. Yeah, it looks like I think we did see this last chapter, didn't we? It looks like it kind of branches out as well. Fucks you up big time. Oh, we're firing multiples right here. And the humans are all down with it. Again, that was awfully quick, wasn't it, to win over these humans? It moved like a ripple. Is she saying we're going for the big guy now? Oh no, it looks like she spotted Griffith. Oh, has she? I don't know. Not really sure what she's doing here, but quite cute. Going for the big guy. And with this nightmarish spectacle as its backdrop. Oof. Owl creature here getting knocked down by a Ganishka. And the humans stepped in to save a demon. Crazy. Again, it's quite crazy what we're seeing right now, isn't it? We're seeing demons save humans, we're seeing humans save demons, we're seeing humans fighting for the sake of a demon. Madness. Madness what we're seeing right now. That's almost more, it's almost more chaos than the giant bloody Ganishka that we're seeing. It's the fact that these humans fighting for these demons right now. Willingly. It's spread farther and farther. Let it die. Let them die. Let them kill each other. Well, it does seem the humans appearing in quite a bit of work right now. It also goes to show that maybe a bunch of humans are stronger than a demon. Ah, not obviously. But that's never really been a thing, honestly, till this point, has it? Away from Guts and some of his crew. It's never been a thing, really. Oh no, they're getting sucked up. That is the thing. I think the demons just think we're all comrades here. Maybe that's what the humans think as well. It doesn't matter if you're human or demon, we're all comrades here, we're all fighting the same fight. Almost seemed like this demon got a bit pissed off the humans were getting sucked up right there. Interesting scenes, isn't it? 1 second later. Barraged. The dude was like, oh, you saved me. Nice humans. I won't teach you. Not sure what, I've got a Russian voice for that. When you think evil, you just think Russian. Classic kind of Western, growing up with action movies type deal right there. What's that guy's name? I forget, but from the Rocky movies, he's the first guy I think of. Lugnor Govin or something like that, something along those lines. Is it Lugnor? No, I don't think so. Is it Rocky 4? I think it is. Rocky versus Drago. Ivan Drago. Dolph Lundgren. Okay, so I got this. Yeah, kind of got mixed up a bit. Rest in peace, by the way, Carl Weathers, who I think died this last weekend, which is a big shame. He was always great as Apollo Creed. I can't remember what. I've seen him in something else as well. Can't put my finger on what. Yeah, I can't put my finger on what else I've seen him in, but I think I've seen him in other movies as well. Definitely, obviously, the most recognisable being the Rocky movies. Oh yeah, he was in Predator, wasn't he? That's the one I was thinking of. Sure, this might be a bit blasphemous. I'm not American, so maybe not. But I've never seen Happy Gilmore, I don't think. I've seen plenty of Adam Sandler movies, good and plenty of bad. But I've never seen this one. I think it's about golf, it looks like. I think I've seen clips of it. But it looks like it was in that as well. But yeah, rest in peace. Predator, classic. Rocky, classic as well. Now, I can't believe how old they are. 1979 and 1976. I didn't realise they came out that early. I remember my dad, he had a box set of all of them, so I just watched them all in like around 2010ish, I think. Adrian, I love you. Classic stuff right there. But yeah, rest in peace, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, strangely enough, as I bring that up, it was Drago that killed Apollo Creed, wasn't it? Humans and demons. Again, I still can't really get over it. Just the fact that we're just kind of fighting alongside each other, just walking into battle together like this. Again, it takes you back to the nightmarish hellscape that was the original Eclipse, when the humans were getting decimated, eaten by all these guys. Quite the change. Wow, I don't even want to mention what this guy looks like with a head like that. Holy shit. Might as well just draw a dick. Beasts and men. Wolves and sheep. Yep, exactly. Holy and wicked. Dream and reality. Life and death. They were now hand in hand. They ironically took up arms together. Again. Crazy scenes. Humans are working well and efficiently, aren't they? Just going around in big piles and they just stab, stab, stab. All at once. Which is very effective. It almost reminds me of like antibodies. So these Ganishkas do kind of look like kind of infectious cells and such. Apologies, there might be a lot of cuts today, by the way. There's already been quite a few, I think, just because I'm feeling quite ill today. I don't feel too bad, but yeah, I'm quite ill today, so bit of an annoyance. But oh, how can this thing be? Humans and apostles? It's inconceivable. Look at this shit. We're riding on them. Not just Sonya, but we're literally riding their backs and Jesus. It's incredible scene, scary. Incredible. Apostles are heresy to the world of man. Infernal reincarnations of your dark arts, of those with extreme ego and desire. They despise and are despised. They ridicule and are ridiculed. They hate and are hated. These twisted resurrected monstrosities, met death at the brink of karma. And now they fight alongside men, not because they're forced to, but in fact, willingly. Yeah, as I said, I feel like they're doing this because it furthers their goal and it furthers Griffith's wish. Look at this monstrosity right here. We're working with that? Pretty sure it's like put his arms out so we can get on it. Fucking hell. Dismount. One thrust on horseback and you can say goodbye to your lance. Defend this position, no matter the cost. We must protect His Holiness and the Princess. Please, move back. You're in danger, Holiness. Because people fear the unknown. They speak the same words to one another. Because they fear the unknown, they distrust words they don't understand. I mean, this is a good point, but I'm pretty sure we do pretty well understand the demons. Or we thought we did. But like I said, I still feel like we can understand as to why we're working together right now. And it's not for the benefit of humans. I don't think. I very much doubt. Because they fear the unknown, they believe in a doctrine. Because they fear the unknown, They reject other gods. Yep, that is very true. In our world today as well, of course. But plenty of religions, again, don't quote me on this or anything, but I'm pretty sure, like, if you're religious, if you're like Christian or whatever, I don't think you believe in other religions' gods, do you? I'm not sure that's exactly the case for some religions, but yeah, he does make a good point here. Even if, again, I still am very much in that kind of belief in the doctrine, I guess, that the fact that these demons are just bad. I feel like they are just bad. I feel like they don't have to be just bad, but they are. I don't know. People must cope with their world because of the unknown. Paganism. I'm not exactly sure where to read. I'm going to go from right to left and then down. People just cope with their world because of the unknown. Because of fear. They label outsiders. Paganism. Foreign languages. Different races. All manner of social cases. Everything that separates people is here at this place. True. Yeah, it kind of is, actually. And so is that which proves that all this is mere child's play. The ultimate unknown. Okay. Again, some interesting points brought up here. The pontiff. Yet, why is it my chest is filled with... No, everyone here is filled with exhalation. Exaltation. Sorry. Exhalation. Everyone here is breathing out. Exaltation, which I'm not really sure what that means, but probably like wonder, something like that. Exaltation. Extreme happiness or elevation. What a radiant chaos this is. Again, this is it's always quite, it's very fitting for today's day and age, I think. Like, I don't know how to word this well, because I think it's going to sound harsh to some people no matter what, but this goes to show right here, you should embrace differentness. You should embrace chaos and what people want to be and what relationships people should have between races, sexes, and all this. Again, I don't want to get too political here or anything, but also it also goes to show that not all of this is like, again, it seems pretty great. They're all happy. Everyone's enjoying this right now. Everyone's working together. It seems like a great time. It seems like a great thing, but when you get down to it, ultimately, again, this is just a terrible event right here, and maybe not all is as good and as well as you think, even if you're happy. It seems like a great cultural thing, but ultimately, again, we know this is wrong. We know this is kind of evil, and this is Griffith's will. So it's not as good as you think it is. Maybe we shouldn't have this. Two groups come together. Again, I'm not like I'm not equating that to stuff in the real world. Again, in the real world with real humans, I couldn't really care less. People can do what they want, but this is an interesting message of there's good and there's bad from things like that. It's not all good. Not as people would say. It's you only get good from this. On the other end, it's not, you only get negative things from kind of integrating different people together and such. Again, it's hard to not get political with that. Again, politically, I really couldn't care less in the real world, but it's just an interesting message here, isn't it? And a message that some people probably need to understand, because you do get those extreme people out on either side of the fence that believe wholeheartedly that something is very good or very evil. I always try and take like a bit of a backseat stance and see it from 2 points of views. Try to be as 50 as you can be, and then form your opinion as they all follow Griffith into battle. I haven't actually seen Griffith do anything yet, have we? I think he's saving that for later. I think we're going to see him in a lot of action later on. But yeah, good chapter today. Again, brings up lots of interesting questions, doesn't it? Lots of interesting questions. Seen that artwork of Griffith before, I think, haven't we? But yeah, again, it was just kind of a marvel at the teamwork of these demons and the humans. I think this shot does a really good job of that, just like on the back of a demon right here. I like this one earlier as well, where it's this like owl got knocked down, and then it kind of seemed a little bit kind of outraged. The humans getting sucked off, sucked up. Bad choice of words right there. Well, I'm not really sure because it kind of looked like they got sucked upwards, but I think they actually might have just got flown back. I think I mixed thrown off with sucked up. So yeah, there's lots of long comments, so maybe this might get a bit political or something, I don't know, as I was talking about here. Yeah, let's get into the comments quickly before we move on to the final chapter for today. Again, apologies for all the cuts, guys. I know it's yeah. You know, Griffith is well written when you have people in the comments not knowing whether to cheer or boo him, and the fake band with the hawk. That is true. That is true. As I said, I've been struggling. I mentioned in the intro, I've been struggling. Like, who am I rooting for? Who am I hoping loses and such? Really? See, this is the opposite of what I thought. I actually hate myself right now because I somehow think that this chapter was wholesome and nice because of the collaboration between apostles and even humans. As I said, like I think they think this because this person probably equates this to the real life counterpart, which is like a lot of what's going on nowadays. A lot of which there's a lot of controversy between people like changing genders and different races coming together and such things. They probably equate it to, again, the human kind of side of it, which is kind of good and wholesome in a lot of respects. Don't get me wrong, sometimes, as I said, it can be negative and people will either fully champion it or fully kind of go against it, as with everything. But I see it as that kind of negative in this context with these demons and humans. This is negative. This is a bad kind of, this is kind of bandits and coyotes kind of coming together. That's such a weird analogy, but it's like wild wolves and like bears kind of now going to be hunting humans together. It's like you could think it's cool that these guys are working together, but ultimately it leads to the downfalls of humanity. It leads to negative events. Again, such a weird analogy. There's probably so many better examples you can give, but I think they mentioned it, didn't they? Wolves and sheep coming together is what's happening here. I don't see this as again. I have the complete opposite view of this. This is terrible. This is amazing. This is extraordinary and chaotic, but it's also terrible. Interesting to get these perspectives though. Again, you've got to listen and respect these, haven't you? It's like if you dismiss the opposite end of the opinion, then your opinion means nothing in a way. This is how I see things as well. Like those people on those extremes of extremely loving and supporting and worshipping something, and those people that are completely against it and hate it. If you have the opinion of each and you don't listen to or understand or even want to try and understand the other point, it's absolutely pointless that you have this point anyway. It's totally mute. Again, when I was a teenager and stuff, didn't give a fuck about any of that whatsoever. It's just my opinion, mad. What came into my head was the truth. You think you knew everything. You think you knew what's best for you, but it's you do end up maturing. If you ever have any doubts at all on Griffith being a bad character in the story, go back and read Golden Age arc or watch the 97 anime. Yeah. It's been a long time since that happened, hasn't it? So I think that also might play a part in that thought process of thinking this is wholesome, because it's been so long since we've seen Griffith do the horrible things he's done. But personally, you never really forget that because what he did do was disgraceful. Well, they certainly wouldn't be working together if that was the case. Ababoya. Yeah, but humans are easily corruptible, aren't they? As this person says, some people grow from that. Some people fully stay in that camp and just sit in the darkness and their corrupt ways. Sorry if I'm talking funny right now. My nose is like fully blocked. I feel like I'm talking funny. Hopefully not that. As I expected, lots of interesting comments in the comment section today. But yeah, let's get into the final chapter, which is the flight. There's that inhuman bastard guy himself. Oh, damn. Look at this. Holy. That looks incredible. Griffith leading it as well. That just stands out a lot, doesn't it? All of this behind him. Again, it exemplifies my point, as we also see the humans on the back of that one I mentioned earlier that stood out a lot. It exemplifies my point of this cut right here is like it's Griffith and his dream and his ambition, and all these guys are just behind it. These guys are just, yeah. He doesn't see them. All he sees is forward and his dream and his mission and his aim and that castle. All of this is just behind him and just supporting him. He doesn't really care about this. Okay, well, I say that I guess he does in a way because this is a means to his end, but I just think this shot really does say a lot, doesn't it? There's Sonya and Hunter at the back there as well. Such an awesome shot there. All of this piled up Grunbeld at the back there. Sorry, I've got to like tilt my head to. Yeah. And the humans at the forefront as well. The sacrificial pawns. It is kind of like, yeah, that is also another way you can maybe interpret this. Got the pawns at the front at the start of your chess game, and the bigger pieces at the back. Some of the pawns are working together with the bigger pieces. Not sure what's going on here. Not sure what's going on here. Something looks like it's coming down from the sky. Gene Wilder. Again, they love showing us him. These guys are preoccupied with the Ganishkas. Looks like Gene Wilder might be dying very soon. These guys, while preoccupied with the Ganishkas, they're even kind of been interrupted by what's going on up there. Are we about to see the tip of Ganishka? There's Charlotte, the Pontiff, the fat guy. Charlotte's maid, of course. That dude as well. Sonya and the Hunter. Oh, it's a big old foot coming down. Holy crap. how big has this guy gotten now that his foot stomps are actually having to come up off the clouds? He's just growing. What the hell? And the scale of this is ridiculous, isn't it? Imagine watching this like in like live action or anime. It would be absolutely ridiculous to try and grasp this type of scale. Reminds me a little bit of Gurren Lagann in that way. The scale of Gurren Lagann towards the end of the series is incredible. But even as much as I love that, I still don't really feel like it captures that scale as a live action would. Still incredibly large, and the scale is ridiculous, and you do that does come through, but I feel like here in the manga you really do get that kind of incredible kind of perspective. So in that terms, like what, well, obviously in artwork as well, but there's only a few things in manga that I feel are done better than in anime. Again, the artwork definitely one of them, but I think scale is another one of those, and detail and scale. Also textures. There's a fair few things, but again, overall, you guys know I just prefer a kind of moving experience. But again, even so, this is crazy. Yep, everything here just get flattened. Humans, Ganishkas, demons. What happened here? Is that Zod? Is that Zod flying off? We got yet another. Yeah, it's Zod. Got yet another double page here. Oh, and another one. This volume been crazy for this, hasn't it? One after another of these incredible double spread pages. They really cranked it up big time. Big time. This is a really cool looking demon right here. I like this design a lot. Flying off with his one horn. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5 below this in a row. Wait, was I on this one? Yeah, I was. Look at that. Griffith riding Zod, like what we saw when Guts met up with Griffith quite a while back now. The tamed beast. Oh, we've got another one after this, by the way. This chapter is going to be incredibly short. Bloody hell. Is the rest of this chapter just going to be double page spreads? I'd love that. Holy crap. Just flying through the... Not sure what to call these. I call these branches. Flying through the branches. As they try to swat him down. Yeah, we have got another one. I feel like the rest of this page is just gonna be the rest of this page or the rest of this chapter is just gonna be doubles. Holy crap. Weaving in and out. And I like the kind of velocity of things that we're seeing as well here. You can really feel the kind of dodging and moving. Little slight movements from like Zod and his wings, for example. It does end. Holy crap. Just at like, what was that, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 doubles. I was shooting into the clouds. There it is. Holy crap. Look at this. What the hell? Look at all these faces. What is this kind of spread of them though? And what is this shape? Really odd. I'm guessing these black bits are just obscured by the clouds. Jesus Christ, what is in there? Huh. Is this like the equivalent to Skull Knight dropping on the Eclipse, do you think? Don't really know. Really sure. Kind of reminds me of him kind of entering the Eclipse a little bit. Especially this shot. Look good. Look good. I'm not even sure what he's trying to say. He said that a few times. A fair few times. Look good. Oh. You know what? There's been a severe lack of this guy. You guys know he's one of my favourites. Been a severe lack of this guy, to be honest with you. You just like land on them. Land on the Kadishka's faces. Murmur, murmur. So he's in Zod's wing, of all fucking places. Raxas. So yeah, it looks like we've arrived in that center point. It's like core, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's just one face. Spreading all of this. It's just that one face. It's just leading to everything. That's how we're seeing right now. Now it looks like that is it. Oh, we haven't seen this artwork before, have we? I don't recognise it. That's pretty nice as well, isn't it? I like that. Yeah, honestly, there's been a severe lack of Raxas in the story, so hopefully we get a good amount of him here. He's a really fun character. I like him a lot. Yeah, incredible chapters today. As expected, felt super short because we had so many of these, pages. But again, some really interesting questions brought up in that first chapter, wasn't there? Love the artwork in the second one, of course, as well. Us riding up to the sky. Again, I'd love to see it in motion. I think they're absolutely fantastic, but not nearly as detailed, which would be a bit of a shame. Love this shot here. Just great stuff. But yeah, we'll read some comments quickly before we finish off the episode. Yeah, this art is going to crash my computer. Honestly, I could see that happening. It was really interesting actually. I recorded I can't remember what it was, but I recorded a video that was like 2 hours long or something. I think it was last week. I recorded the Nano manga reaction, which ended up being about an hour and a half, and I recorded a Berserk reaction, which ended up being about 50 minutes, I think, maybe a little bit less. So the Nano reaction was twice as long, but the file size of the Nano reaction was less than half of what the Berserk reaction was, which I usually expect the longer video is the more kind of takes up the more kind of data or whatever it is. I don't know. Has the bigger file size, that's the one. Which is usually always the case for me, but yeah, I guess the artwork was just that crazy in these Berserk that it takes so much space to actually store. It's actually quite incredible. I was flabbergasted at the file sizes last week when I saw them next to each other. Yeah, I said this a while ago, didn't I? I don't ever see Guts going up against something like this. Like, how would he? What would he do? You got to be realistic. What would he be doing against this Ganishka? Yeah, that's the thing. This guy says the chapters are really short, but I think they're actually the same length. It's just, and so many double pages and so much artwork seems so much shorter. You know, you don't see too many comments about Raxas either. I've seen one here. But honestly, again, he's one of my favourites. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Again, probably a short reactions day. As you see here, there's only actually like 15 pages. But many of those pages are these double kind of spreads. Just incredible artwork, as usual. And as I got surprised last week, I'll probably be surprised at the sheer file size of this video when I do finish. But yeah, again, some really interesting questions brought up in that first chapter, wasn't there? Especially from the Pontiff, who again, I appreciate his point of view on a lot of that stuff, to be honest with you. I do find that really intriguing, and again, some brilliant artwork in the second chapter, some brilliant artwork in the first as well, but even more so here. A lot of these moving shots and such looks absolutely incredible. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about these down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I'll be back next, well, in a couple of days actually, I think, or tomorrow, I think it might be, with chapters 303 and 304. So I'll see you guys then, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.